Page 40, theme from the Surprise Symphony by Haydn. Very famous melody. Go search on Surprise Symphony and listen to the first movement and you'll hear this theme. Let's talk about it, and we'll start with the right hand. Again, all these are in C major, no sharps or flats. We're using the white keys on the piano except for the accidentals. Okay, that's fine. In the right hand, you're starting out with your thumb on C. And put your hand in this position. I'd like to encourage you to look for patterns in music, any music. Just look at the first few notes, first couple measures. You have a C, an E, and a G. That's a C chord. This whole thing makes up the C chord. And when you can see these kinds of patterns and you see, oh, this is just a C chord split up. And the next one is an F, a D, and a B. Bring the thumb down. That's a 5/7 chord, right? We're just not using the G. The G's in the left hand. And you, oh yeah, okay, I know that. And it helps to read them. Now look at the second line on page 40. We're in this position for the first two measures. And then they want you to move up and put your fifth finger on the C. It's okay to have some break in the sound here, some silence between the E and the C. They don't give you phrasing, but that's a different phrase. And that's okay. Now, I haven't talked about the staccatos, just a nice light finger staccato. But if that's confusing you because the left hand has staccato, then you can use wrist on both if it helps. It's harder to control a wrist staccato than a finger staccato, and this is soft and light, but I'll leave that up to you. On page 41, it's similar to page 40 until you get down to the third line. Now we get some contrast. Suddenly, we're not staccato anymore. Now it's... Look at the second measure. Well, let's just take it slowly here. Starting at measure 17. See the 17 with a box around it? That's a measure number. Right. They give you one at the beginning of each line, and you have to count across as you need to. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Eighth notes, 1 and 2 and the fingering, the quarter notes, second finger, but then when you start with the eighth notes, it's thumb. Try and do that without looking at the keyboard if you can. All slurred together, and then staccato, slur, and then back to staccato. And they're saying turn under. That means stick your thumb underneath. They don't need that turn under. If you're practicing the scales like you're supposed to be playing, you'd be able to turn your thumb under when you need to. And all you're doing is going from here to here. And this movement of going from a white, black with just the two fingers is important. So get good at that. Okay, so the last one, I'm going to suggest a different fingering here. I'll tell you what. We haven't really got to this point yet, but I'm going to push a little bit. Look at these notes. The first two measures in the last line here. You have an E, a G, a C, and an E. This four notes is a chord. It's a C chord. See the C chord? This is a C chord. If we turn it over one time, we get this. Well, we call this as an extended position, where we go an octave for the bottom note, we go an octave above, we extend our hand out. So we're playing this chord, C chord, first inversion, extended, whatever, all the technical terms. But this is the fingering for that chord. 1, 2, 4, 5. I would encourage you, when you're looking at music and you see things like that, just, if you can, finger it as you would the chord. So the fingering here, I'm recommending you take a pencil and just pencil in a different. Thumb on the E, second finger on the G, fourth finger on the C, and then little finger on the E. You don't have to lift or nothing. It's all right there. Then once you hit the E, you can clap your hand because the rest of the notes are right up here. That's what I'm recommending. I do that stuff sometimes because I'm ornery. If you want to finger it their way, you're using 3 here and here, and I find that awkward and really unnecessary. That's to me, that is not good fingering. Using the same fingers like that, left hand. Starting out with C chords, wrist staccato. Keep it light because this is soft, and the dynamic they give the soft applies to the melody, which is in the right hand, so this has to be super soft. The half note is not staccato. Hang on to that, and you're good until you get to the last measure on page 40, because you're here. Again, you're going to extend. I just talked about this. You're going to extend out to the octave, it says it's a G, and you're just going to play it, and you connect them. Simple. Try and develop a feel for octaves, from a name note to the same name, up or down. That's a certain feel. Now, some people's hands are so small they really can't hardly stretch it. I had a piano teacher in Montana, concert pianist, amazing. And she would stretch just to make an octave. Her hands were that small. But she could play the most amazing things that required huge chords. And after listening to her play some of the stuff she did, I'm not complaining about small hands. So that she can do it. It can be done. So reach out the best you can and connect these octaves. You're not going to stay there because the next note at the top of page 41, you're back to here. And that G is not staccato. So it's 1, 2, 3, rest. And then you're back to staccato. So now go over to page 41, second line, last measure. You have the thumb on the G. Then you come up to get the G chord. It's not staccato. It's accented. Notice the right hand accented, and it's forte. This is the surprise. This is how it got its name, because the whole thing has been really, really soft, just this really sweet. So if I play the second line there on page 41, just all of a sudden whoa, and then you come down to medium loud after that. Right hand, that's the melody, that's what we want to hear. The left hand staying soft. And then the last line, start out soft. Each one get a little bigger. Each note, not each, how do I say it? The E's you're soft. The G's get just a little bit bigger. The C's a little bit louder. And then, so you're growing up that way. Then get softer, and you end soft just like you started. And you have to plan these softs and louds out and good. But that's the way it's done. Oh. No pedal, of course, because of all the staccatos. So now for the left hand, when you finish the second line on page 41 to go to the third line, you got to move your hand because you're in this position for the chord, and immediately you got to come down to C position. You got one beat to do it in, so just be aware you got to do it. Both hands, I mean, the right hand's here, and you got to move it down to here. So the left hand's here, you got to go to here. You may have to practice that move. That's fine. That's about it for this piece. Let's try this out slowly and just check notes and rhythms. Now, when we do the play with me, I'm going to ignore the dynamics. I'm just going to play the notes. But when you play it on your own, please put in these dynamics because they make all the difference in the world. You'll find all kinds of recordings of this. Just search for Haydn, the name of the composer, Surprise Symphony, or just Surprise Symphony. I don't know that anybody else wrote anything called Surprise Symphony. So I'm going to give us 4 counts. It's in 4/4 time. So your right hand's here, left hand's here. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. rest. Rest. There is a duet part for this, so I'd like to play that and you play this part that you just played, but I'm going to speed this up a little bit closer to performance. Still pretty slow, but it's faster than we just did. I need you to go up an octave on the keyboard again like we've been doing. So middle C, just pretend middle C is up here and you play everything up here, up in this area. So I'm going to give us 4 counts, and here we go. Put your hands where they go, up here. There we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 4, and.